What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the MMA Circuit. We are officially counting down to one of the most violent, unpredictable, and psychologically taxing tactical puzzles in light heavyweight history at UFC 327, JIŽÍ Procházka versus Carlos Ulberg. This isn't just a fight, it's a total collision of combat philosophies. On one side, you have the unorthodox, erratic, and terrifying samurai chaos of JIŽÍ. On the other, the elite, surgical, and highly calculated kickboxing of City Kickboxing's rising star, Carlos Ulberg. But before we dive into the biomechanics and the reach data, let's get real for a second. I've looked at the tape, I've analyzed the momentum of both men, and I have a very strong take on how this ends. Spoiler alert, do not expect the judges to get involved in this one. We are looking at a brutal, highlight reel finish, and I'm going to tell you exactly why this fight is a ticking time bomb. Looking at the official metrics from the tail of the tape, JIŽÍ Procházka holds a massive, undeniable experience edge with a legendary 32-5-1 record. He is a veteran of JIŽÍ, a former UFC champion, and a man who has traveled the world seeking the most dangerous opponents possible. Carlos Ulberg, at 14-1-0, represents the new breed of technical strikers coming out of New Zealand. Physically, they look nearly identical when standing side by side, with Ulberg being just a bit taller at 193 centimeters. But the ape index, the actual functional reach, heavily favors the Czech samurai. JIŽÍ holds a significant 203 centimeter reach against Ulberg's 195 centimeters. In a sniper battle between two world-class strikers, those extra 8 centimeters are a massive tactical advantage. It allows JIŽÍ to fire those long, looping shots from his hip and land them before Ulberg even realizes he's within the danger zone. It's a physical gap that dictates the entire rhythm of the engagement. Carlos Ulberg is the pure, refined product of the City Kickboxing system, the same elite house that built the legendary Israel Adesanya and Dan Hooker. His entire game is built on the feint and punish strategy. He is a master of gathering data in real time. He uses small shoulder twitches, eye movements, and lead leg fakes to see exactly how his opponent reacts before he unloads his heavy artillery. His clear path to victory is deadening JIŽÍ's lead leg early in the fight. JIŽÍ famously fights in a very wide-bladed karate-style stance, which leaves that lead calf dangerously exposed to the specialized CKB calf kicks. If Ulberg can chop that tree down in the first round, he slows down the chaos and forces JIŽÍ into a stationary, predictable kickboxing match. But here is where my personal opinion comes in, and why I believe all these technicalities, game plans, and coaching strategies go straight out the window once that cage door closes in Miami. Now, here is my take on this fight, and I want you to listen closely. People are talking about this being a technical masterclass that might go the full distance to a decision. I don't see it happening. I absolutely cannot see a world where JIŽÍ Procházka enters that octagon and walks away after 15 or 25 minutes without someone being put to sleep. JIŽÍ doesn't fight to win rounds, he doesn't play the point-fighting game, and he certainly doesn't care about playing it safe for the judges. He fights to break souls and end nights. Whether it happens in the second or the third round, this fight is ending in a brutal, violent knockout. JIŽÍ has what I call the samurai second wind, and it is honestly terrifying for any opponent to deal with. We've seen him hurt, we've seen him bleeding, and we've seen him look completely exhausted. And then, out of nowhere, he lands a spinning back elbow, a flying knee, or a monstrous right hand that shuts the lights out instantly. He forces you into a high-paced war of attrition that very few human beings on this planet can survive. He breaks your rhythm, he breaks your timing, and eventually, he breaks your will. Ulberg is sharp, yes. He is accurate, he is fast, and he has that beautiful city kickboxing polish. But has he ever dealt with the sheer psychological pressure of a man who meditates in total darkness for 3 days just to find his inner fire? JIŽÍ is a kinetic glitch in the matrix. He thrives in the scramble, in the messiness, and in the absolute violence of a real fight. My prediction? Ulberg might look cleaner and more technical in the first round. He might land some nice leg kicks and crisp jabs that make the commentators think he's ahead. But the pressure and the absolute, unadulterated chaos of Prochazka will eventually boil over. In either the second or third round, someone is going down hard, and they won't be getting back up to hear the scorecards. Let's look back at the leg reach for a moment. JIŽÍ has 114 centimeters compared to Ulberg's 110. He uses those long levers to stab the body with front kicks and teeps, constantly draining the gas tank of his opponents. Once Ulberg starts to breathe heavy, once those hands drop just an inch, and once his movements become a fraction of a second slower, the Chaos King takes over the cage. We've seen JIŽÍ close the show in the later rounds, time and time again. He is a finisher by nature and by trade. He waits for you to make one tiny mistake, one blink, or one lapse in concentration, and the fight is over. On the flip side, we have to acknowledge that Ulberg has massive one-punch power. If he catches JIŽÍ coming in wildly, as we've seen happen in the past, he could find the chin. But JIŽÍ's durability and his almost supernatural ability to recover from being rocked are legendary in the sport of MMA. He is a man who lives by the sword and is perfectly comfortable dying by it, which makes him the most dangerous type of opponent. This is why I am so incredibly confident that the judges can stay in the back, have their coffee, and enjoy the show. This isn't a point-fighting match designed for a scorecard. This is a sanctioned car crash between two of the most dangerous, elite-level strikers on the planet. This is the ultimate test for the 205-pound division, chaos versus precision. But at the end of the day, someone is getting their clock cleaned in Miami. My money is on a finish in the middle rounds, and it's going to be a highlight reel that we'll be talking about for the rest of 2026. What do you think? Am I crazy for thinking this won't even see the judges' scorecards? Does Ulberg have the chin, the composure, and the cardio to survive the samurai storm? Or is JIŽÍ walking away with another legendary KO to his name? This is a fight where you don't even want to go to the kitchen for a snack, because you might miss the knockout of the year. Drop your round predictions in the comments right now. I want to see who's bold enough to call the exact minute of the finish. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and join the circuit so you don't miss any of our Fight Week coverage, including the live weigh-ins and the post-fight reaction. This is the MMA Circuit, your home for the realest, deepest analysis in the game, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.